Hey everyone, it's Synth Designer back again with another video. Today I'm going to show you how you could use vocal samples to create cool pads. Now I'll be using Serum today, but you could use Vital if you like. You could use any synthesizer that essentially has kind of a sampler, and in this case we'll be using the noise oscillator here as the sampler. And this is just a cool way to create some unique sounds based off of samples. Now, the only thing here is you'll need vocal samples that are essentially one long note. So anything that is kind of staccato or with a lot of words won't work. It's essentially based off of samples such as this one. This one actually uses 2, so we won't use that one. But something like that will be a great way to get this done. Hopefully you'll find practical uses for this as kind of a drone or a pad. So let's get started, and we're gonna actually use this one. So what you do is just load it in here. And now you have a great sustained sound. And what you could do is obviously turn up the level a bit. And we're going to key track this thing. That way it plays whatever note we're playing. And we're also going to click this button, one-shot mode for the noise oscillator. This is useful if you load a sound which you would like to have play non-looping. And so we have this nice sustained sound already, right? It's pretty cool. It's already a pad, essentially, because we're playing chords here. Really neat. But obviously, we could apply different techniques here. But as simple as that, you have a nice sound. So we're going to add just some reverb here. And we can even add some filter. Add a little drive. And we have the reverb going now. Cut off some of these lows maybe. And to start, actually, we'll use the EQ to cut down some of these lows as well. We don't need all that bassy sound. So we're going to cut it off. Maybe add some chorus and just play around with it. You don't necessarily have to have anything in mind here. I think that's pretty nice already. Now, obviously, you could do a little bit more as well. Maybe go into the matrix, select your source here, and we can just kind of play around. Notes on random here, and then destination will be the global master tune. Obviously, playing around with it. We're going to choose 1 here. And then you can also just kind of play around. Say you want to add an LFO to it. LFO 1 now. You can also think about maybe adding some tremolo to it. So say we choose this one, go to level, and make it bipolar. Just make it pretty subtle here. You can also pan things a little bit. Maybe add a little delay. Let's see if we could get some nice delay going here. And we can ping pong it too. The other thing you could do as well, if you wanted to, you could add some distortion to kind of give it some interesting flavor. As you can hear, especially when you play these chords, you're adding essentially more distortion for every note you're playing, right? So that's just something you have to be mindful about. But it adds that natural kind of, adds that harmonic content in the higher register. So those are just some ideas there that you could use. Obviously play around with it. You could do more. The other thing is you could also even add an oscillator here. What you'll want to do though is make sure you turn down the level because it's going to be loud. Add some voice of unison. The only thing when you're doing this is you'll have to match up the notes. So that might not match perfectly because of the natural pitch of this. So this is in B. You could play around with a pitch here. So the pitch here was 1 semitone up. So just be mindful of that. Again, that's an important reason why you just want one note playing here. This is a B. So with it on, with it off. So you could obviously experiment a lot more with different wave shapes here. And just play around and have fun with it. So hopefully that gives you an idea and inspires you to kind of create your own. This is not a preset that I'll necessarily release, but I think it kind of gives you an idea of what to do. You could do this with any vocal sample that has that kind of sustained one note. So don't be afraid to just kind of find whatever on Splice or whatever sample library you use and play around with it. Again, you could do the same thing in Vital. It works the exact same way with their noise oscillator as well. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see and if you found this helpful, and I'll see you all next time.